Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne.
Good morning, friends. It's currently December 28th, and I can't believe I'm uttering these words, but here is the garden library right here on our property. I feel like this vision I had in my mind would never come to fruition, but I'm so incredibly thankful to have found Josh and Tyler Ressler from Ressler Design Company. They really took the vision that was in my mind and not only made that vision come to life, but elevated it tenfold. It's so much more beautiful, magical, humble, and perfect than I could have ever imagined. So I want to take you on a walk through the garden today and give you a look at how this garden library has transformed each and every one of our garden rooms. You know, I was thinking back on how we started this growing season. Back in January, I was talking about how I wanted to take the raised beds and turn them into a garden room. And we did so much this year. We added the deck, we added the trellises, we added the stone rug over to the side, and we did our best to take some simple raised bed boxes and turn them into a garden space that felt like a place in someone's home. And now we literally have a home for our books that feels like it is part of this raised bed garden. My favorite feature of the garden library is this custom window that Josh built. He took 3 reclaimed windows and turned them into one large, long window. And wait until you walk inside the library with me and see the view out that central panel. It's absolutely magical. He also added this small circle to the top of the roof line, and I thought that just added a bit of whimsy, a dash of charm, and I just absolutely adored it. Now let me walk you around to the side of the structure so you can see the roof. So we used new cedar shakes for the roof, and Josh tells me those will age beautifully. He added these beautiful frames to every window, and to me it really looks like a cabin that belongs in the woods. And so I think I'm going to take that thought and remember it when I landscape around it. So here's a look at the inside, and we're just getting started on the inside now. So it's fully insulated, insulation in the walls and the ceiling. So far, he stained the paneling and adhered it to the walls and the ceiling, and there's bookcases yet to come. But let's go ahead and walk into this garden library together and take a look through this beautiful picture window. That just frames the garden so beautifully. You know, recently I was reading this book called, I believe it's called Why Women Grow, and the author was talking about the only place to be alone and not feel alone is in the garden. And that sentence hit me like a ton of bricks because I really feel like that. I never feel like I'm alone when I'm in the garden, even though I am alone. And so I'm really interested to see what happens when I'm in a structure that's in the garden. Will I still feel like I'm not alone in this structure? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, I absolutely adore it. What do you think, friends? Is it what you had in mind when I talked about the garden library months ago? Let's take a peek at what the garden looks like when I open the door for us. Yes, friends, I think it's heaven on earth. Let me show you the view from the main gate. So still yet to come in January, we're going to have an electrician come over and run power to the shed. I'm not sure yet if we want to have a mini split in the shed or not, but I do want to have power back there, so that's going to happen. And then once we hit February, Josh is going to come back and he's going to finish the inside for us. It's really going to turn from shed to garden library in the month of February. So friends, I would love to hear any and all thoughts you have about the garden library moving forward. You know, I took some comments that I received on the first few videos that I made, and I made major changes to the placement of the garden library, and I cannot thank you enough for that valuable advice that you gave me. I love reading your comments, taking your advice, and I just can't wait to continue to watch this structure come into its own and to spend lots of time in the garden library with you in 2024. Grace and I want to wish you a wonderful day out there in your gardens, and we'll see you sometime soon. Bye.